Welcome to the ForgeFire Archives, Episode 5. We're going to be having a shorter session than usual given time constraints and autism. One of our players is mysteriously absent and may pop in later. He's probably knocked out from doing college stuff. It happens. So I will introduce who is currently here. We have Sleepy,
Host.
Zarek.
I demand grids.
You will get nothing. Canderous Kane, the wizard.
What's going on, guys?
I refuse to not give you shit for this for the rest of your existence. I hope you've made your peace.
I've accepted it.
Arania Stargrove, the most vocal person of our party, leans in. Bless it. And Martyr.
And I demand hallway reveals that are nice for once.
I will provide you with illusory hallways that lead into mimics. That is the best deal you will have.
XP grind.
Sure, if I use that abhorrent system. So, a couple minor retcons here. In the previous sessions, I have stated the general topography and political locations of the Fey courts. However, as I now have a map, and I could not do it without enlisting the aid of a monkey's paw, this is the new map. As such, I will now use party token. Where I put party token? I killed party token, didn't I? You know what? We're gonna use alchemical journal for party token for now. That is not what we'll use. Get out of here.
Yeah, because it's a handout.
It is a handout. Fuck. You know what? Fuck it. Elemental spirit. Elemental spirit will dictate where in the spring court you are all in. Let me just scoot it along where it is. No. It is further along in this peninsula area.
And we're going to the autumnal court, right?
Yes.
I thought we were going through the summer court.
You are. You need to go north and then east. Or you could try and ford the river.
Oh, it's only 158. I'll just dash and get there now. Is the joke funny? Is it fun?
No.
Oh.
Obligatory.
If only
Heard it too many times.
if only you had eyes of the runekeeper, then I might have been able to read your bullshit. Anyway.
Ooh, saucy.
No, we both know it's useless.
Oh yeah, you're right. Anyway, the party finds themselves vastly underestimating the fuckery that is the Feywild, and last session found that out intimately. This session, hopefully, they'll be a little more careful and not let certain party members wander off, and perhaps roll higher on the perception. Okay, good. I will leave it to players now, as you will be moving. I'm not even going to think about that right now. I will tell you how much you move per day. Because my excuse is distance is bullshit in the Feywild, and the real reason is no.
The real reason is the DM spent, what was it, 2 hours on the map that took me 10 minutes? I had to get it in there. I think I've tapped out all the map things I can say for the night. Fine. I'll reel it in.
Well, the party's free to move around. You're all sitting in the middle of a glade. Or no, I think you were in the middle of traveling last time, so you're walking along a path.
We continue down the path, I suppose.
Okay. Speak amongst yourselves while your DM staves off diabetes.
Ugh. No, I was gonna make a joke, but they said don't be mean. Following Scipia's post, I don't have anything to say.
Zrek's just walking down the path, following Sippy, going, "Can I eat that? What about that?"
Sippy will carefully look at every single thing and be like, yes, no, 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 maybe, yes.
I
Okay,
wouldn't,
any
but you
yes
can.
and maybes he eats.
I think you ingested a bag of holding at one point. And that's why you're still skinny, buff.
Said he was skinny. He's a tank. Tanks are meaty.
Then why are you classified as meaty? Or neither of those things? Shush you.
Well, I'm not really a tank anymore, am I?
Though, like, literally, I think most people have more health than you.
So, while you're walking, Candrace, you feel a little funny. Your wizard robes are like slightly billowing, but there's no wind.
Yeah, Lyra is still on his shoulder.
Yep.
He's trying not to make a scene, not trying to. He's thinking it's just maybe like a cough or just something.
It
with
feels
the
like
Fae.
you have indigestion, maybe a little acid reflux, kind of like just sitting just inside your chest area.
Great, how I feel right now.
Yep.
Try to stay back just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Trying not to make a scene. Trying to get over it.
Okay. Zrikich is just Zrikich. He's sitting there in the middle, as is safe for him. And the path begins to fork as you see two paths in front of you. One leads down a dark and dreary path, covered in brambles and such, which is very strange for a spring Feyland area. And the other one is all happy flowers, sunshine, and pixies, and woohoo.
We don't. I'm just seeing the scene in chatter like, we're going left over the rapids. I don't trust the look of that sun.
Yeah.
The symbols on a knife.
Yeah, would Sippy know which way to go?
Well, make me. You haven't been along this particular path before, so we're not going to go with history. I would say, just based on wisdom check, just roll for common sense.
Okie doke.
You don't like the look of that sun. Also the fact that sun is off kilter, and you know very well, obviously, the sun rises from the middle of the continent, not the side where you're looking.
Okay, so it really is the more drab path that's probably the safer way to go. Is that what you were saying?
It seems ironically the more safe-ish path, as you can now see as your perception kind of hones in a little bit on it, and past the inherent brightness, the sun is that you're looking at, quote unquote, is wriggling.
Yeah.
And it turns, and it's just an eyeball.
Yeah, you see Sippy like tilt his head a bit, just like looking down the two paths.
Though that is definitely non-kosher in terms of like spring fae, a dark and dreary path.
He's just like, well, this way it is. As he starts walking down the dreary path.
Okay, you all follow?
Yeah.
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 It's sun with an eyeball. Not really. I really don't think anyone wants to go that way.
I think we could take it.
Maybe.
We'll just wait till it blinks and we'll charge.
Sippy just pats Barter on the shoulder.
And Kitty,
Or-
obviously.
Sun
Unless anyone
stares.
has any blinding agents of a cosmic proportion.
The quote-unquote not sun stares at you as you walk away.
I stare back.
Kind of hard to walk away from something when you're staring at it.
Make a con check, Martyr.
Oh, are you having me do a staring contest?
Oh, sorry, con save.
On save, that's a 3-point difference. Motherfucker.
You're staring at a sun. Your eyes burn. Your eyes burn a lot.
The good thing I'm resistant to fire, but my eyes.
What'd you think was gonna happen?
Speckles of speckles of radiant in there, but you know. Don't worry, that was just for some reason a biblically correct angel. Who knows?
Sippy just looks at Martyr. Sippy, Martyr.
Sippy.
I look at everything. Even I know not to look at the sun.
I thought I was just going to be staring down the baddie.
All right,
I
folks.
bet Zrikich would have done the same thing, right, Zrikich? You agree?
I'm not agreeing to anything I don't know. What'd you say?
Zurgish, as you pop back in mentally, and you see a giant eyeball that was camouflaged as the sun.
And Martyr was staring at it.
Hold on. Let me tune back out. What the fuck is that?
Yeah, the party came to a fork in the road. One path was super happy go lucky with a nice warm sun until it turned into an eyeball after someone made a very good check and said out loud. The dark and dreary path seems, while very uncharacteristic of the Spring Fae, seems safer in this instance. That too. I presume you fall. By the way, Margaret. For the next minute, you're blind, and for the next hour, you have disadvantage on perception checks.
I hate this fucking plane.
Your eyes are still smoldering.
As he's rubbing his eyes.
Ricketts looks at his tail and his fur. You're not the only one.
Sippy just kind of like tries to push Martyr's hand
There's-
from his face. Rubbing only makes it worse.
There's a short rest and long rest button now. On the sheets.
What?
Under flaws, character bonds, there's short rest, long rest refresh.
Interesting.
Oh, that's glorious.
Yeah, sorry, I think the gasp was appropriate, because...
That wasn't a gasp. Oh no,
That
yours
doesn't
yes.
fuck with my class resources.
You'll take your primary one for your class that auto gets assigned there, like for Barbarian Rage, and it'll be assigned to
Where?
when you click this button, it refreshes
Where is it under?
X variables.
Oh my god.
Personality traits, ideals, bonds, flaws. Oh, yeah.
Cool. Anyway,
That's why Martikins. Of course you got a fucking 100 and I got a 1 at the beginning. Fuck you.
don't worry, got you.
I'm so tired of this. I'm so tired of this place.
Oh, we aren't even done. You're in the nice part of the Feywild.
There's no nice part of the Feywild. You're lying.
You're in the least deadly.
Maybe.
Well, Yeah. So you head down the dark and dreary path. Ooh, that's a chest today, Jesus. And you walk for a good bit. About 30 minutes in. I need everyone to make me perception checks.
And I'm still at disadvantage.
Sure are.
Fuck you.
Don't stare at the sun and lose.
Fuck you. Learn how to use your map programs.
Learn how to build a character. Let's see here. CP, Zorkic, and Zrek. Aradia, could you make a perception check as a druid? Yeah, that's about right. So everyone except Martyr, because fuck that guy, sees a cabin off in the distance. A nice cozy looking cabin. And there's something there's something strange about it.
Oh, something strange about a cabin in the middle of the Feywild. Who would have thought?
It seems to be. You can't really tell from here, but it's not made of standard colored wood.
Uh-oh, red flag. Do I smell perhaps candy on the wind? Sugar even?
Roll me a perception check with your nose. Disadvantage because of distance. You don't smell
7
shit.
again.
You don't smell shit. It's like right along your path.
Rick is gonna try to sniff it because he saw Martyr smelling like an idiot.
He can't really make out shapes really well at the moment, so it's blurring. So you see he's just hardcore sniffing a tree at the moment. Just
Skaven already have advantage, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
so that would be a 20.
All right. So real quick, given the how I know the party so far, Zrek, make me a perception check as well. Also add +3 to it. 23. Damn, that smells delicious.
Oh boy.
That means Zrek is walking over there to eat it.
Sippy just looks at Zrak. No.
Smells good.
No, don't eat.
It smells fresh.
Why?
Hags.
Yeah. Walked
Yeah.
right back to the road.
Hang on. Yeah, well, yeah. If anyone were to know that, just roll me a basic history check, get an advantage.
I'm saying that because Sippy just saw a hag that he correctly identified, trying to chase after.
You know what? That's right. That was you. Never mind.
So,
I will allow this.
So he is just like, he's still on the alert for any random hags. So yes.
You already made a check for hags. You're good. Never mind.
A cottage for hags is. It smells like candy.
You don't want to go to the.
He's suspicious.
You don't want to go to a candy cottage. You want to sneak around the candy cottage?
Yeah, we're good. Sippy's just gonna lead everyone as far, like, a fair distance away from the cottage as possible.
Does anyone have a firebomb?
No.
Shame.
So you do have to walk by the house, unless you want to run right through the bramble.
Can I just fly over? Or is it
You sure can.
with my impaired vision?
Among other things, by all means, take to the skies.
Sippy's just gonna try to lead people in through the woods, so not going near the house.
So you are going through the bramble.
Zrek will follow Sippy.
I have to ask, are you in the air, Murder? Do you fly?
Like hovering.
If Martyr tried to go too high in the air, that's what the grapple hook's for.
You're going into bramble, Martyr. You either fly above the tree line or you're not in the air. This is thick
Well, I'm
bramble.
not separating from everyone.
Okay.
So
Well, then you're gonna have
I
to
will
walk.
rage as I move through.
Oh, okay.
I'm assuming there's going to be some piercing damage coming up. And it's just going to be more fucking piece of shit.
Well, you're certainly not quiet.
Oh, he was never going to be quiet when he went through this.
Understandable. Don't mind me just getting my handy dandy dice over. And my little
However, you become poisoned. You now have, I don't know, scoliosis and tetanus.
Nah, from these ones you might catch diabetes. So as it appears, you are walking through a schnitzel bramble.
Did you say schnitzel
Yes.
and diabetes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right,
Well,
right.
Yeah.
Rob.
So
It's a breaded form of meat.
So what I mentally imagine is that someone picks up this wreck and then just revs him like a chainsaw. Feel free to stop me if I'm wrong.
What? Why?
Because
I don't have a bladed weapon.
No, you are the chainsaw. It's bramble made of schnitzel.
Oh. Then yes.
Sippy's just got Shrek like a leaf blower. Just
Yeah, Sippy's just cutting away from any weird mushrooms or anything.
Guys, you just had him eat some of the Fae food, but it's his problem now?
And they're scathing. I'm sure they'll be fine. They eat a lot of things.
Maybe if he eats enough other Fae things, they'll dilute it.
Drake, maybe, just real quick, maybe wisdom save. You're fine.
Is he?
Yes.
I believe I'm fine. Oh, please, it's not the first Fey food I've eaten since we've been here either.
Yeah, man.
We shall see.
And I didn't say whether he had an advantage or not.
Okay. I'm just being a shit. Don't mind me.
It's your natural state.
Anything's wrong with him. I've just been waiting for an opportunity to put these manacles on one of you.
He says with his ass flower just dangling over his head.
I may be nearly blind, but I can still see a fool when I see one.
And that's
He's
when
looking at the wrong direction.
Yeah,
not looking at
that's
He's
when a
looking at
branch.
his shaped bush.
All right, Sippy, as the guide, I'm gonna need you to make me a survival check to get them through the bramble.
Okay.
Probably swinging his wreck like a cartoon machete.
Yeah, I'm gonna use him.
I'll give you advantage because Yizrek was eating the foliage.
Oh, okay. I don't need this.
Yeah, 18 will do. You cut a kindly swath away from the mysteriously sweet-smelling cabin. It may or may not have been watching you. Well, it's about midday now. Y'all are back along the A path. Just gonna. By the end of the day, you get pretty much right on here-ish.
That's a day's worth.
What the fuck?
And we're going all the way over here. Well, folks, I hope you know what we're doing for the next year.
It was gonna be like fucking 3 days.
There are alternative ways of travel. You just gotta get to certain spots. I will say, no, you'll find it relatively soon. I'm not gonna make you die. It's better than you think. Remember, y'all are heading towards, as I pull up the name to make sure I didn't fuck it up.
Are we heading towards Nadik?
No, you're heading toward the town of Celestina. God damn it, Celestina. John Cena. You're heading toward the town of John Cena.
How will we see it?
You won't.
It's gonna make that joke, you fucker.
You're heading toward the town of Celestina, which will be within the next 3 days of you. Well, actually, no, 2 days now.
Piece of shit. Fucking damn. I hate.
That is really good. Oh my god.
Stunningly accurate too.
What the fuck is that?
It's a dog biting the wind coming out of a leaf blower, but yes.
Hey, YouTube.
I
We
put
hear
that in memes. I might
Very
put that in our chat.
while the party left at Discord memes that they cannot hear because they have streamer mode on. All right, it's the end of the first day to getting to Celestina.
Zrek will volunteer to take the first watch.
Mm-hmm.
He's hyped up on sugar anyways.
Alright, Candors will take second.
Okay.
Take the third.
Take third. I'll take fourth.
The guide and the female get to sleep through the night.
Of course, he's clearly working the hardest out of all of you.
What do you mean? We're doing everything we can to put an effort on this trip to make it harder.
Yeah. And Arania's got a throat problem right now.
Yep. Main characters. That's what the side characters are for, to protect him and then get killed for plot.
Right. Glad you all understand.
Yes, I hope my death moves him. You know.
You're gonna don't worry. You get to specifically Mr. Piccolo yourself for him. All right. Let's see here. First watch. Roll. You see everything so well, especially since it's blurry, so you know you're looking at it really fast. As you're pacing the camp, about toward the end where your sugar rush is ending, you realize you've made a perfect circle, right into the ground, about maybe 3 inches.
Trigger crash time.
Yep.
I'm going to attempt to kick a field goal with Martyr's head to wake him up.
I'm fourth, you fucker.
I'm aware.
Oh
So is Zrek.
Roll to hit.
Well, I
unarmed strike.
Well, here's the thing: if there's trees, I'm upside down, so this is gonna be a hell of a leap.
Roll to hit. Advantage.
Oh, and of course, Sippy set up Hoover beforehand.
17.
Martyr, you're having a wonderful dream of sitting around the campfire, ironically, with your former mates, having just a very comforting time, until for some reason Imp leaps across the field and kicks you in the eyeball, as simultaneously a rat's foot has entered your cranial cavity.
On reflex, he grabs it and tries to flip him.
Good luck. Zrek's heavy as fuck.
Just carrying your momentum. He's trying to
roll me strength.
martial-
Roll me a strength check. Murder.
just a straight strength check, not athletics or anything.
Yeah. Roll me a strength check and roll me an athletics.
Here's the straight strength check.
Okay.
8, and here's the athletics. 21.
All right. You know what to do, Zrek.
No, I don't.
Roll. Okay. We'll do this then. You roll
I will
me.
grapple.
You roll me a strength
That's
check,
what
and
you
roll me an athletics as well.
Strength check. 8. We
Equal,
match.
pal.
And the athletics.
Athletics. 9.
So the strength checks were to control your strength for the branch.
Uh-oh.
And you managed to pull this armored rat off the ground. So you're like, haha, I have him.
Oh, shit.
And you both fall. in a tangle of iron and leather.
What the fuck?
Your eyes.
Your watch.
I'm fourth, you dipshit.
I can't count.
I could murder you and they'd never hear.
You could try. I'll win.
Is this
I'm
why
going
I
to
see
sleep.
him going limp from Sugar Crash? Just,
Yeah,
Pretty much just, I'm going to sleep.
Due to the robustness of his armor, he sleeps standing up. until a
Martyr
soft
will just assume
until a soft breeze knocks him over.
Martyr will just take second watch now that he's already up and move everybody back one.
Great.
He goes over. He spends his time when he can just thinking of how he's going to get back at Zrek.
Perception check.
Thinking. 17.
Oh, slowing down. What? Where's your perception check?
In chat.
Oh,
What?
server. What?
Oh,
Hmm.
oh, roll 20.
Roll 20?
Roll 20.
Interesting.
Roll 20. Oh,
Oh, there it is.
oh,
There it is.
There we go.
There you go.
There we go.
Good. Both the rats can hate Martyr. Make it a thing. Zrek's just taking Zrikic's job. Over his watch, Martyr goes and, well, since you said Zrek's standing up, he will tie him to the tree Martyr was hanging from. Just be just naughty rats get to be put in timeout. Tied.
naughty rats go into the tree jail.
He hopes this is another sentient tree that will just fuck off with the rat tied to him.
No such luck.
He knows it is unlikely.
Maybe it's the Feywild. Maybe you will it hard enough, or if you shove the soul core into the tree.
Good idea. Let me do it. No.
Alright. Just
So
waiting.
17 has my watch go.
I'll let you know. Just I'm waiting to see a roll. As soon as I roll something, come on, roll 20. Roll 20. Come on. Fuck. Well, in lieu of that, I will now use physical dice. Oh. Okay. Huh. Okay. Your watch goes. You don't see anything. Any untoward forces want to do anything? I mean,
I like that with a 17, I'm getting the meh. Seems alright.
Yeah.
So, he will finish up his watch, look over the tied rat. Okay. There's nothing I could do to fuck with him. Like, take his rations out, toss him on the ground. Now he'll just eat them dirty. There's nothing I can think of that'll fuck with him, because he'll just be like, eh, good enough.
Oh, please, 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 please look at Zarek's fucking rations.
Fine,
Please.
I'll go and I'll look at his rations.
It's mostly rotten food.
He blinks. What the fuck?
Martyr.
Hmm.
You feel a poke at your back.
He freezes and then turns around with a stab.
Ducks under it.
Why
Pay attention, demon.
Why are all the fucking rats choosing to vex me today?
This is just a test. You will be dead.
And he's gonna flip out 2 of his paralysis poison spores.
Here. In case you see something that we need to catch.
What are they housed in?
A vial.
They're in a vial. Okay, I didn't know if they were just like exceptionally fucking large spores or something. But okay, so he takes the vials and he like ties one like leather cording style to like the end of his bident for quick use and application. and stores the other one. I'll add the two paralytic spores. I'm assuming there's stats for that somewhere and what it does.
It's a DC 11 ingest/inhale poison for paralyze for a turn. I'll just put it in chat. I don't know why I didn't just do that.
Saber suck.
Saber
Yeah,
suck.
probably. Most poisons. And then he'll just join you for this watch.
Yeah, he's
Oh, that's the GM. You want me to roll it again, or you want to just take that one?
We'll take that one.
Okay.
So neither of you really noticed anything for your watch.
What did you roll?
12.
What was the advantage?
No.
20.
Yep, you already rolled it.
Yeah, the cards go after you roll before the result, right?
Oh, I thought you were gonna ask to
Or
like
what
assist
happened?
him. No, okay.
Oh no, I've got an advantage in wisdom card I was looking at.
Okay,
I'll save it.
I would. Your watch pass is unabated.
How do we fuck with them? How was Rick? I was thinking of just burning all his rations. Then he'd starve, or he'd eat more creatures.
He would just find one of us to try to eat.
He looks over the razor sharp teeth that have been sharpened on Schnitzelbush. You're right. Thoughts?
There's a
How do you fuck with people in your kind?
path of carnage.
I don't usually fuck with them. That's the whole reason I hate them. That's all they do.
Well, you're no help to me.
I wasn't intending to be.
Why are you up?
I intended to see more about this Candris, but Zrek is a dumbass, and he made you wake up for it.
What an idiot.
Glad we're coming to that consensus.
Hang
Yeah.
on, what color fur is Zrek?
Zrek?
Zrek is a gray fur, I think.
He is yeah. He is a staunch graver. Well, Zrikich was a onyx fur.
Zrikich was a black fur, but now he's an orange fur.
Mario has an idea.
He be a ginger. Which is funny, he has soul core.
Zrikich, may I borrow a knife? He has a horrible grin on his face.
It depends on the next few lines you say. What do you want it for?
It will be funny, and he'll come out unharmed for the most part.
I'm more worried about you being harmed when he wakes up. Whatever.
He'll just hand you a dagger.
Martyr is now contemplating shaving a symbol into his fur on his forehead. Or just a bald spot.
I will have to point out, you're going to have to make me a couple checks.
That's what he's doing at the moment, thinking of the logistics. And we all know how smart he is.
And above board, I will remind you, Norvin has a record. He has at least 2 PC's blood on his hands.
Oh, good, Norvin. So you won't feel the wind blowing against him in the morning when your helmet comes back on.
I will tell you, your checks are going to be, he's going to make a con check to wake up. You're going to make a sleight of hand check and a stealth check.
Both, not just one?
You will be making both.
Both.
As you're also removing his armor. Quietly.
Do I see an exposed patch of fur?
Not a whole lot, really. He is he is in pretty much standard storm vermin attire.
Okay.
What I'm saying
Martyr will take the dagger over to the fire and heat it up for a minute. So
Sir,
that it cuts quicker.
Do tell.
sir, that's gonna make a horrible smell.
Also, if you fuck up, you know what? No. You make your own choices.
This is the dynamic the trio have. I'm leaning into it.
The paradigm might shift if you scar him.
The leaning might be a little understatement here. More like diving into it.
Or like reaching into it.
Look, it's in the end, it's completely harmless, and at the most, it'll just take a little bit of damage.
Okay.
Repeating up
Now,
your
Ricketts is just gonna keep watching and make sure that you're not in his vision.
local man says he's only going to take a little bit of damage as he brands his comrade with a knife. Go ahead.
So he's thinking of symbols. Is there anything coming to my mind, DM, that he would absolutely hate?
I don't fucking know.
We'll start with this. I'd like
You
to
could
remove
ask
his helmet.
Ricketts.
I'd like to make the check to remove his helmet without him waking up.
Stealth check.
14.
Uh-oh.
Zrek, make me a con check. An advantage.
Oh, boo!
It's a fucking helmet.
He should be able to sleep in armor anyway.
the fact. Oh well.
Mm-hmm. You
Mm,
forget that?
mm,
You have to doff your armor to sleep, or you don't get the benefits of a long rest. But it's your world. Do what you want.
that's
Everyone forgets
that's a
that's
fair
true.
point. How do you want to go with that, Zrek?
It is honestly the one rules is written rule that I can't stand and I think is dumb. Because any soldier would be used to sleeping in their armor.
Heavy plate mail is different than like modern armor.
I'm not in plate.
What are you in?
What are you in?
Chainmail? No. Hold on, let me check. Yeah, chainmail.
Mm,
And I still think that you'd be used to sleeping in your armor.
why does everyone want to have me make judgment calls today? This is a
Because
pain.
you're the DM.
This is a
Oh.
pain in my dick.
If you don't make judgment calls, you don't need to not be the person that makes the call.
I don't think there's been a single time where I had Rick take off his studded leather to sleep.
He's
And I'm not sure. And I would contest advantage, but I don't want to go too far into it.
it's on
Give
his
him a
skin,
quick
man.
over.
Yeah.
It's the reason why there's a check in the first place. But if you say it's advantage, it's advantage.
Zrek wakes up. Ever so
Beady
slightly.
black eyes staring at you, looks
are
down, tied to a tree,
Yeah.
looks at you. Well,
I should have made you roll and put him on the tree anyway, but I thought it was funny.
So you look and see Martyr
how
is
close are
taking
you
off
to
her
me?
helmet. Not in headbutt range, but
Are you in biting range?
not. I mean, you can try, but you're tied.
I'm going to attempt to bite your arm because it's got my helmet.
I'm sure it'll be a disadvantage because you're tied up.
You are technically restrained. If that implies advantage, then yes.
Yes.
Yeah, restrained disadvantage on attacks.
Then do that. I will also say, not only do you see the helmet, you also see a red red hot knife in his hand.
Just malice in his eyes.
Take from that meaning what you will, soldier boy.
Can I try and break the ropes?
Sure, make me a strength check.
Are you gonna bite or break the ropes?
I assume it'd be an athletic check to get out of rope.
Athletics check to get out of the ropes.
Let me check a net. I'm gonna treat this as a net.
It is a hempen rope. If he's trying to break out of it, it's gonna be like a 30 because it's the strength of it being
technically
pulled.
just reaching down and gonna try and bite the rope to cut the rope with his teeth.
Yeah, it's definitely tight enough to where you can't shimmy your way all the way down there, and if you could, you would just get out of it.
I'm gonna interject a couple things here. One, it's not gonna be a check 30. Two, if you tied him that tightly and that intricately, he would have woken up.
If he's wearing his armor, then it's over the armor, and he wouldn't feel the pressure.
So you're immune to pressure and whatnot when you're in armor, right? That's how that works.
I would say you could argue that if I was in plate. I'm not in plate. I'm in a chain shirt.
Well, here's how the DM's
Or
going to
chainmail.
Here's how the DM is going to rule this. You're going to make me a strength check to free yourself, or you can try and bite the rope at disadvantage. Both will be at disadvantage due to either the distance or the flexibility of your rat body. Choose.
Just go with athletics.
Rat body.
Rat body.
You said
It's
strength.
hempen rope.
I did say strength, so
So you don't.
All right. Strength.
Was it just
That'd be it.
both would have been fine even if I just took off the proficiency modifier. It's a DC
It is
10.
hempen rope, right?
What was he doing? Breaking the rope.
I'm getting out of the rope.
Okay.
Okay.
I won't argue. Go ahead.
A 22.
You ever tried to hold a rat, buddy?
I've seen an animal tied up.
I've had pet
Go ahead.
rats.
I'm not arguing. Go ahead. Describe it.
All right. So with a 22, you manage to wriggle and shove yourself out of the rope. It's like a half slither, half like puff out your chest and then just slide out. You don't necessarily break the rope; it's not broken, but you manage to wriggle yourself enough where you can kind of shift your weight and squidge out of it.
Okay. I'm going to pull my warhammer and get ready to attack.
Why do you do these things, all of you?
Hey, no, this is
no,
Connor.
no. I understand. I'm asking.
Seeing him wiggle out of the rope, if we are an initiative here, seeing him burst that and go for his weapon, I'd like to stand on it. Unless he gets
Stand
double
on
the
what?
actions of me. Your weapon.
My
Unless you're
weapon's on my
holding your
hip.
weapon.
My
A
weapon's on my hip.
warhammer, a two-handed weapon is on your hip.
I don't think a
No,
warhammer
a
is
war
two-handed.
pick. I have a war pick.
Pretty sure a warhammer is one-handed too.
Yes, it is.
It's a versatile weapon.
You're thinking maul, Connor.
Okay.
I have a war pick.
Crimes, all of you.
In the same way, he will reach and just hold it to your hip as you reach for it.
Upon hearing the scuffles, Ricky's just gonna try to come over and pull Martyr away from Sir.
Am I gonna put? Do I put the turn order away?
Mm.
Are we advancing this?
I guess we'll see.
This is up to you both. I'm only going to facilitate.
What is Martyr doing?
He's standing there dumbfounded.
He bust out of the rope, and he started to reach for your weapon, so he grabbed it and held it so you couldn't drop it. That's the physical action he's done. They haven't said what anyone said yet.
What'd you do with the red hot dagger?
Does Martyr have a tail? If so, it's in his tail. Otherwise, it's in his offhand. Yeah, Martyr has a tail. It's wrapped up in his tail. Because he wasn't using it yet. He was just needed it to be held.
Okay. Zarek will attempt to push Martyr onto the floor and get on top of him in a grapple.
So you'd like to make a contesting grapple check?
Yes. Dude, you tied up a fucking Skaven.
Go for it.
This shit happens to them and they're forced to defend themselves. This is normal for them. He's going to attempt to kill you.
Go for it.
So,
15.
in the ensuing scuffle, everyone wakes up. Everyone wakes up and sees what appears to be a wrestling match between Zrek and Martyr. Rather cartoony style.
You see Zrek going for, like, I'm assuming murder shots, since you said he's going
to start biting and clawing.
As you also see a now less red but still warm looking knife. It's not forge hot. It never was.
It should be out of his tail now because it's not really prehensile.
There's
kind of wrapped it up and
on the ground near Martyr is a slightly blackened knife, I guess.
Yeah.
Zrekich is gonna jump in, seeing that Zarek is about to start biting, and try to like get behind him and get him in a headlock.
Oh, good.
Try to keep his face away from Martyr.
As Candaris, Seepy, and Arania, you all sit awake and you see this fucking spectacle in front of you.
Yeah, Sippy just blinks and just like, what is happening?
You just hear Martyr screaming, Stop trying to bite!
If Zrekich gets on his back, he's going to stand up and charge backwards into the tree, trying to squish Zrek. Zrekich between him and the tree.
You'd have half movement while grappling, so yeah.
Oh my god. Sippy's.
I guess that'd be athletics versus acrobatics for him to try and get out of the way of getting squished.
I'm glad I had to prepare things today. I'm really glad I made stuff for City. I found neat ideas for NPCs. Hell, I could probably work in a funny merchant encounter, funny woohoo.
Yeah, and while he's doing this, and Zarek will screech out, "He was trying to kill me! Tied me up to a tree!"
I'm not trying to kill you, moron. If I wanted to kill you, I would just slit your throat.
With that knife?
You have a knife! He's going to... How much does Zarek weigh?
How much does he weigh? 130 pounds.
Yeah, Zarek's 210, or 215, essentially. He's just gonna... That's a fucking heavy backpack. He's just gonna pull his war pick and just kind of position himself on Martyr. Why?
You're definitely thrashing back and forth. Like, he's not just laying down. Like, this is a... You're just keeping him down, but it's definitely
He's
like
already
sibling
gotten
assault.
off of you. He's gotten off of you to try and get Zarekich off of him.
He goes,
Sippy's just gonna try to.
Zekich is gonna swing off of Zorek's back now that he's not starting to bite, and he's gonna position himself between the two of them. Just take out his two short swords and just hold them towards both of them. Like,
He'll finally get his shield out. Why attack?
It's just a prank, bro.
He's gonna look towards Martyr.
I shouldn't have just ignored you.
If I wanted to kill you, Zrek, I would have used my specially measured bident to crush your windpipe, twist, and pull out your ability to scream as you bled out. This was recompense.
Stop talking!
This was just a prank. Getting back for you for waking me up early. It would have been funny.
I thought I was free of the Skaven. Zrek seemed different than regular ones, and you're not even a rat. And you're acting the same. Everything's the same.
I can find the gif of Matt Mercer just tearing up his notes. I'd post it. God damn it. Proceed.
So how does Zrek respond to hearing Martyrs? It's just a prank, bro. Because that is the text of what he said.
He's going to swing his war pick at you while screaming, "It's just a prank!"
Well, my AC ain't great. 21.
Just a side swing right into your ribs.
Granted that Zrikich was between you, he's gonna die.
Liv, the answer is both. The fever can spike because you're angry. It literally can.
Yeah.
It goes with your blood pressure.
He won't take his second swing, and then he'll just look at you again. It was just a prank.
Sippy's just gonna try to. If he sees like weapons like actually hitting people, he's just gonna step in with his shield. And
yeah,
just, like,
notably, Martyr does not have his weapon drawn for this entire encounter.
Yeah, he's gonna interpose himself with his shield. Stop! Why?
This is how they kill us.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Skaven. This is how they kill us. When we don't do our jobs, we wake up tied up, and then we are killed.
That's extremely inefficient. Why would...
It's about talking. You are beyond fucking stupid.
You tie them up so that you can wake them up, and they'll screech and scream, and then you kill them slowly.
The name of the day is sadism.
I know you don't want me to keep digging myself in here, but I assure you, I would not relish in your suffering, Zrek. If I had to put you down, it would be very quickly.
Bruh. The nearest tree says bruh.
Your stupidity knows no bounds. He's just gonna walk off.
Oh, good. So Connor, you know that feeling?
And then as he gets to the edge of the campground, he's gonna stop. Fuck. Then walk back over to where Sippy is and just plop down.
Oh, good. I've trapped him.
Martyr gathers his rope.
Ricketts just snatches his dagger back and just grumbles.
Zippy's just like,
I just want to say above board, Connor, you know this feeling you're having right now? This one right in your cockles? This is every fuck up I have had against his characters too. Don't worry, you're not alone.
Oh, I don't feel anything bad. This is great. This is great character moments. I made it work.
Fair enough.
At least that's how I see it. It seems like
It was hilarious.
It was hilarious.
I do too.
Christ.
Mario is
I
still like,
just
his problem.
I just had secondhand stress whenever I did it.
Oh, fair.
Like, oh shit, here we go again.
Is anybody near Martyr at the moment?
Ricketts is right next to him.
Zippy is there, yeah.
Martyr murmurs, I guess next time we'll just try and die as fur with the armor on.
Zippy just looks down at Martyr. Martyr.
Hmm?
We are a group. Don't fuck with the group.
Don't.
That's what the rats do constantly.
Sippy said a
Yes, and notice how both rats fucking hate the rats.
It's kind of ironic.
There it is. They're a bunch of worthless, backstabbing scum. That's why I don't interact with them anymore. That's why he doesn't interact with them anymore. We hate the rats because of what they do. Don't mimic them.
Martyr's just kind of like pointing to both of you, and he's lost. He's like, "If you put we're
Damn, the demonic hamster in his head is really fucking working hard.
Smoke is coming out of his ears. Just
his name's Trouble.
Okay.
Tying someone up to a tree is the same as waking them up early for watch.
Yes. Yes.
In all fairness, you did drop kick him in the eye with an armored boot.
Yeah. If he would have just punched me in the face, nothing would have happened.
Fair enough.
It was the tying him up that freaked Zurek out.
Entirely reasonable.
Marty thought would be funny.
Did I spit my lip? What the fuck?
Zippy just looking at it. Can we not mess with people while they are sleeping? Please.
He looks at Zrek. But he did it first.
That is not an excuse.
I woke you up out of order.
And you drop kicked me in the head.
I tried to wake you up before then, but you wouldn't wake up, so I had to hit you.
Because it wasn't my watch. I wasn't waking up.
Hold on. I need to roll something real quick because that was a total fucking lie.
I was gonna ask.
Total fucking lie.
Oh! I mean, it's reasonable. Why don't you just run up and just kick somebody, man? Come on.
Next time, memorize the order, Betty. I think that kick's setting in.
In the brain damage.
Zurek's just gonna look at him and go, I knew the order. I woke you up first on purpose.
Why?
To fuck with you. Because I don't like you.
Marty gestures towards the burning knife. To fuck with you. I'm missing the disconnect.
Just go to
Listen,
bed.
you wanna fuck with me? Hit me. Don't tie me up.
It's boring.
If only Skaven were Hippocratic, Hippocratic creatures.
Or we do what Sippy says and we don't fuck with each other anymore because apparently you're dumb.
Yes. Well, disregarding the fact that it's rude, it is also it can also cause the rest of us to lose sleep and to not pay attention if there's another thing sneaking up on us.
And we all stop and look around.
The woods are dead silent.
A Wendigo creeping out, Sunday morning supervillain style, pauses and reverses.
Making random noises in the middle of the night is a good idea.
I imagine it's what are your passives?
23.
16.
I mean, Sippy, you hear rustling in the bush back the way you came, but
squints back where they came. Does he see anything?
The Schnitzel Bramble has regrown.
Okay, it's just the regrowing of the Schnitzel Bramble.
Definitely.
I will take next watch. Go to sleep.
Fine. Martyr what puts himself up in a tree and just stares at Zrek for a minute. Doesn't say anything. Shrugs upside down and wraps himself in his wings to go to bed.
He finds a new branch.
Yeah, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
I didn't think the tree had one branch.
You know that.
Fair.
You don't know the tree side?
True.
Maybe there's a bunch of weird ass tieflings like the hand hermit, like a bat, weighing
Possibly
200 plus pounds.
Does that mean Sippy's doing third watch, or is he finishing second?
Well, second, I'm assuming, was ended over the course of this.
Oh, yeah,
Sure.
that's what I assumed.
Sure.
So yeah, Sippy's doing third watch.
I love the order we put forward is not at all like what it turned out to be.
Yep. So I assume who was fourth watch?
It was originally me.
I think who's left?
Who was the last person?
I think it was Canderous.
I think so.
Y'all fucked it up completely. It's gone.
Well, Canderous can take fourth, I guess.
He was supposed to be second. Okay, Canderous, you're fourth now. Congrats.
All right, Sippy, could you? Thank you. Yeah, that Schnitzel Bramble is just it's regrown almost immediately.
This probably isn't odd to him, but yeah, he's just gonna pet Hoover and then go wake up Canderous after his watch.
Hoover mechanically nuzzles you.
Oh yeah, he's gonna give Lyra a pet when she wakes up as well.
Good.
Thanks. Okay.
Canderous, you don't feel well at all. You feel like there's a bit of a cloud of your mind.
Would Sippy notice this when he woke Canderous up?
Depends. Does he? Are you trying to hide how you're feeling right now? But
he is trying to hide it. He's trying to hide it. He doesn't want to give any, reason to worry.
Roll me a
deception.
Your choice of deception or performance. I think it's the same, but might have different things there. And Sippy, insight.
Alright.
Yeah, I think that was right. Yeah. Yeah.
He looks ill.
Sippy will put the back of his hand to Canderous's head and just like, oh, are you?
He is clammy and not warm, but there is a faint fuzziness, or like about half a centimeter away from his skin that you note of. It feels like electricity almost.
Can Sippy make a medicine check?
Yes, but it's going to be a very hard DC.
Okay.
I would give you a baseline Arcana.
Thankfully, it's easy to roleplay out of character.
Oh, buddy.
That's all good.
Either a medicine check at disadvantage or a baseline Arcana check.
I think medicine advantage technically is better. Okay, no, that's X. Okay.
Whatever, I'll give you this. Whatever's happening to him isn't entirely physical.
Canderous, are you well?
just looks at him. I'm fine.
Sippy just tilts his head. Are you sure about that?
I'll be fine. I just need just a little bit more rest. I'll be fine.
Would you rather I wake up Arania and
No. I'll be fine. Trust me. I might have just ate something bad, or I don't know. Just I'll be fine. Trust me.
does it sound like he's lying? Because this doesn't seem like food poisoning.
I mean, fey food is inherently magical. Maybe he picked something up that you accidentally said maybe on.
Words mean different things. Maybe he says something he don't. I don't know.
Okay. Sippy's just just worryingly sitting next to him. I will wait until you get up.
He'll try to stand up. Does that have any effect, or is he still able to stand up?
You stand up fine. You just feel a little fuzzy.
See, nothing to worry about.
Sippy does still look concerned. If I can try to do something if you want me to. At any point, I am quite adept at healing.
It might just be a fey bug.
And he is going to. Oh, well, okay. I didn't mean to, but yeah, I guess he's going to try to do lesser restoration on him.
Poisoned. The effect washes over him, and for a second, you feel like brush up against something, but nothing happens.
Well, okay then.
Sippy, please, you fantastic guide. You've gotten us this far. I'll be fine.
Sippy nods, and he will go to bed a bit worried.
Lyra will kind of go from Candace's shoulder to wherever you sleep, and just kind of like pat you on the head, fly near you and try to just like say goodnight to you. How she does.
Okay. You go to the spot where everyone's taking their the watch is like a little boulder, not a gulp dirt. You checked. Could you make me a perception check at disadvantage as you feel a pang go through your chest?
Yeah. 8.
You are really out of it. You're yeah, it's just it's just getting you, man. It's just really
What the hell's going on? Okay.
Nothing much happens over your watch except about halfway through you suddenly feel fine, and you stand up in your excitement. You feel fantastic. You feel like jumping with joy.
Fuck.
Even And
What the fuck?
that's when you look down and you see your white, pale body on the floor.
Dead?
Yeah, you're sitting there. The area has gotten disturbingly quiet.
What's going on? Looking around.
You see the darkness encroaching in. Slowly, ever slowly, the stars above you, they start blinking out.
I'm returning to the Shadowfell.
And you feel you should be freaking out,
Yeah, he is. He is.
but you feel almost not numb. This is something different. This is contentment.
I should be freaking out, but what's the sense of calm?
Mhm.
Huh.
And that's when the ground almost inverts and you fall towards the one last star above you. You slowly begin to fall that way. As you feel your body begin to fade away and you become your base component. Your soul core, a brilliant azure thing filled with whites and yellows, a swirling ball of arcane energy. As you float away. Messaging someone real quick? Okay. All of you wake up the next morning.
Drop down the early morning, starting to do his workouts, his crunches and curls and whatnot. Do I see the collapsed body of Candace Kane face down?
He's probably just sleeping in. He looked
Face down?
he looked really tired, man. You can go check on him.
Margaret's seen a lot of dead bodies. I feel like he would notice a difference of a corpse.
He does look distinctly pale.
He stops mid curl and glides over. Poke.
Kind of clammy.
Sniff. Flips him over. Is his chest rising and falling?
Nope.
Uh-oh.
To your senses, he is dead.
Shit. And you all hear that as Martyr. I normally think he wakes up as early as possible to start mid-morning workouts. You probably heard him wailing in anguish and see him DM, can I So I've got an idea, but it's 3 times removed into conceptual abilities.
Let's let everyone wake up as you all hear and see Martyr freaking the absolute fuck out.
And we'll dump all his lay on hands for the day into him, just trying to wake him back up.
Your almost crimson energy washes over him. Any all physical wounds you had, Candace, are healed over. You don't move.
Candace is not breathing.
Sippy will rush over. And he's gonna try to do another medicine check.
Medicine check? Okay. You do that. Still at advantage. Anyone who wants to can either make me an Arcana check, Martyr.
Mm-hmm.
You do so with advantage.
Okay. Just Arcana?
Oh, wait.
Or religion.
Same difference for me. Alright.
Wait a second. Can I do Arcana and then use my card?
Roll it and see what it is. If
What's
it's
your-
good, I'll just give you mine.
What's that card do?
The advantage on intelligence check. At least I think it's intelligence and not. I assume it's not initiative.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's intelligence.
INT
Yeah.
check means intelligence.
Yeah.
I will give you my intelligence card. You can hold on to yours.
Okie doke.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh. It is what it is. I went ahead and deleted the card, so I ain't no getting it back now.
Mm-hmm. Zrikic, I'm not sure how to swing this for you, but you might have walked by some of the very few magic users your clan has used in the past. The very few. And Sippy, you'll understand this as well. It's different for you, Zergic, as you can you get the sixth sense that there's something hollow about him. Sippy, akin to that hollow feeling, you will gain that what made Canderous is not in there. Like, more so than a recently dead body should have. Like, normally it would slowly dissipate. Ergo, the 1 minute or like somewhat a time limit. This feels like gone somewhere else.
It feels empty.
He's gonna try to like open his eyes and look at him.
Black. Solid black.
There's like a thing I might recognize, black?
No. Yours, you would assume like dirty,
Black.
a dirty yellow. You would assume for
Okay.
yours.
Okay.
This is more like an absence of light.
Does Martyr know what his paladin sponsor can do regarding soul cores?
You've never asked him.
Can I try and expend my channel divinity to try and have him do something with that?
You could always just ask.
I assume the channel divinity was him asking, but yeah, we'll do that. I'll ask.
Does Martyr pray?
No, he shouts to the sky.
That's a form of prayer.
He shuts up. All right, you wanted freedom for people? Free him for whatever the fuck this is. And waits for a response.
Mm-hmm. You hear a neutral voice whisper into the back of your head. There is nothing there to free. Wait and watch.
just confused and steps away from the body for a minute, trying to figure out what the fuck that means.
Anyone else?
You're just gonna sit there and
Okay. All right. Candrace, you are dead. You are,
Getting
for all intents and purposes, just a soul flying through space. You are, you not sure what's pulling you, but there's a little line, almost like a route you're following. You don't necessarily see, but your perception guides you around you as you are running along the bough of a tree. An immensely cataclysmic sized tree. A tree that would rival, nay, dwarf even the biggest mountains you could possibly have gone to in your previous life or the next.
damn.
And eventually you see an outstretched branch that you kind of veer off to instead of toward the top, where you see a bright light. On this outstretched branch, kind of curling almost protectively like a belt around the main trunk. Let's see here. Here it is. You see, standing almost like a exactly leaning outside of the tree itself, a colossal figure. And I will go grab their picture and post them in the war room chat. As Candrace, you come into contact with this figure. Now, to my earlier statement about mountains, this is a mountain. As what appears to be the inner workings of a tree growing out of the greater tree, wrapped in bony plating. So the call of the dead. Hello, lost one.
Greetings.
You appear to, as it almost fondly reaches out for you. Do you resist?
He will not.
And will gingerly bring you close, as almost ever so carefully you will be size discrepancy is weird here. You should be the size of a baseball, but when it brings you closer, either he downsizes or you're upscaled to match his hand. You appear to have run afoul of the weave, my child. Something did not agree with you. For a simple happenstance. A poor end for one such as you.
It would appear so.
Though these things can happen, it is akin, from what I've heard, of a magical heart attack. I will send word to the Weaver to fix this knot. You seem to have inextricably ran into my wayward child. You, unfortunately, those of your seeming nature run afoul of the weave as you to manipulate fate. That is a dangerous, dangerous subject.
Fortunately, it is true. Even my attempts at it, I could not save the world I was once a part of. I flew too close to the sun and it cost me everything, so maybe this is my penance.
I can see that. You've lived a long life. Multiple even. And he kind of ponders for a second. Almost as if he's listening somewhere. I collect many things, dear spirit. And he kind of like, almost says it. There is a big, massive orange eye in the middle of this bone plating in the tree that is covered. And it's looking at you, and it's looking through you. Almost as if it's cataloging your previous life, even past the juncture. An anomaly. I see. This is not standard, and I cannot make this offer very often, but you seem as if you are not done. The winds of fate do not curl around you as they did in your previous realm. They are a dangerous power and will need to be changed. Are you okay with this?
What are you proposing?
As I am only a newly ascended, so I won't be able to put you up massively. I am no major god, not yet. But I can offer an accord. Take up my name. I see you, chat. I will fucking kill you.
Alright.
Next, I'm making magic overalls appear on user gauge. I mark my words. So I would like you to spread the name of the new Farrier of Souls. I am Uludin the Collector. I am what stands between souls and damnation. I will catalog, I will store, and I will protect the souls crossing, so that they do not become wayward. Will you do this for me? Will you pull up a sword in my name?
Even though he's like a spirit, he's still kind of like, if he had a physical form, he'd be looking, contemplating.
If you think real hard, you're beginning to take physical shape again.
Maybe this can be my second chance. I wasn't able to save the others, but maybe I can make right this time.
Roll me an insight check, real quick, at advantage.
I believe it was, yeah. 25.
Okay. You're not quite sure, but when you say second chance, this colossal entity looks like it had almost remorseful. I too know second chances.
I'm sorry, you cut out for me. What did he say? I'm sorry.
Yeah, he looks at you and goes, "I too know of second chances, so this I understand."
Fair enough. We'll take it just a second. Very well. I will be the bearer of your flag and spread your name. I agree to these. I agree to this.
Very well. I cannot promise this will not hurt, as much of you will be changed in the ensuing soul integration, as your, for lack of a better term, buggy powers mitigated to a different weave than ours will be shunted and or changed.
Different vector as far as he'll start going into technical jargon about how different things work in different. He'll start going into that, but yeah.
Your personality will remain the same, but your attributes may take a hit as well. Just be aware of this. And you still consent?
I do.
Okay. Then he's going to let you float there for a second. He's going to put his hands on both openings of that big bone plate in the picture. And he is going to tear it open. And you are sucked into the eye. Meanwhile, Candace is still dead, guys.
I don't think there's anything we can do.
Yeah, Zippy just shakes his head. I do not have the materials to remedy this.
Did he seem off by to anyone before? Did something come in and get him and cause this?
Zippy will look down at the ground and just kind of shake his head. I should not have let him go on watch by himself. He seemed sick, but he was very insistent that he was okay, and I didn't notice anything. I couldn't tell what was wrong, but it didn't seem deadly. He was fine, just a little drowsy, it seemed.
Did he ingest anything funny to go off on his own at some point? Do we know what caused this, or even what's happened to him?
I don't know.
Murder will get lower to him. And it's just looking over. He's not smart. He's not very.
Make me an investigation check.
Yeah, it's. He doesn't think he's going to find anything, but he's looking for some sort of clue.
There's a patch on his cheek that's more white than the other. Is like alabaster white.
He's touching it. Is there a difference in feeling of that skin to the surrounding one?
Yeah, it's hard, bark, almost.
Like bark.
Yes.
He'll point it out to the others. Does anyone have an ability to identify any arcane source or detect any kind of magical presence on this? Damn, this is in the morning. Are we able to?
It is in the
normally,
morning.
would we be able to swap our spells like now?
I mean, yeah.
And then I will prepare detect magic instead of one of my normal spells.
Okay.
And cast it.
When you look back, the white has spread on his face.
It's something spreading on him. Does it bear any magical essence? Any magical register?
I'm going to give you. It's divine, necromantic, and chaotic.
Does he recognize the pattern, like the aesthetic of what's happening?
What do you think you recognize?
Connor has a couple theories.
I'm listening.
Either one, this is similar to the like tree bark on the world tree growing on him, or it's something to do with Ulegnon and the aesthetic of his magic, because I know that that like Nurgle's sphere is an essence of life and decay, and it might have some nature aspect to it. From what I understand,
You would definitely the latter. This seems something akin to what little you would know of Ulignan. Ulignan is, in terms of what you all know, of what Helheim knows and the information you were provided, Ulignan has remained, for lack of a better term, stagnant in his activity. And what little you've seen of his magics are that he was the last like vague idea you had was he was trying to achieve something.
Martyr is not going to respond well to this information because a basic information that the guy who spawned from Nurgle has been trying to do something and now his influence is being shown. Not a good sign.
Mm-hmm.
Because Martyr doesn't know about the whole astral spirit talk.
Mm-hmm.
He will see how fast is it spreading, quick or like just slow and steady.
Relatively quickly. It's going to take a minute to cover his face.
Martyr's looking at it and tells the group, "It seems reminiscent of one of the new spawns of a chaos god, and I don't think we have long if we want to try and cut this off of him. Is that where we're going?"
No. We do not desecrate the dead body.
That's what could be happening. This is the remnants of what Nurgle became, affecting his corpse.
Mortar, it's on his face. Do you expect us to cut it off his face?
To carve out his cheek rather than let him be overcome by whatever's happening to him, yes. It would be wrong.
I hate you.
To be defiled by whatever magic is being put on him.
Sibi just shakes his head. He's already gone. Whatever this is.
And if it starts being puppeteered by this thing in the face of our colleague, begins to walk around, you'd be fine to just watch it happen?
Then we shall deal with it, but we do not know what's going on at the moment.
Once I actually agree with Martyr a little.
Martyr said, "Well, look at you and go, fine. If you want to wait," draws out his Biden, places it just above the windpipe, and prepares to lean and crush whatever this is if it starts causing issues, because this is a corpse and his soul is gone. Candace is gone in his mind. Something's happening.
Shit.
So Rick, get your blades out.
I'm trying to go off of what Martyr knows, not the party. It's a
Repeat that one more time. He said he has his hand on my throat.
No, he has his bite right above your windpipe, so that if you start to reanimate,
As
Um,
you're
Okay,
doing
gotcha,
this,
gotcha.
as you're doing this, you hit it. You hit your knee. Take a 2d12 bludgeoning damage. Yep. Sorry, buddy. You've commoner stats. You're dead.
R.I.P. guys. I'm not as good as Candace.
Candace, you're in a swamp, riddled with muck and trees ranging from bone white to saturated blood red.
That's lovely.
You see a shadow in front of you. It looks familiar. Go away, Google Crumbler. No one desires your presence. Be gone.
Looking at it. And who might you be?
It turns around and it is a familiar colossal figure. Looks vaguely shaped like a Goliath.
Hrothgar.
The figure will stare at you.
What did you ask? Sorry. Free.
Walks closer a little bit.
You get closer, and it is in fact a slightly hazy grayscale outline of Hrothgar. You see similar shades around you. Kind of leaning against the tree to your left is a slightly singed tiefling wearing a cowboy hat.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
More than slightly
The heck-
singed. More than slightly hinged with his horns chipped.
Hexus Longhorn, even.
You see a armored woman, two armored women actually. One is kind of leaning on a maul. The other one, I believe, did she use a sword board, or did she use a great sword? I forget. Liv, help me, comrade. Thank you. And then, kind of with the sword pointed in the ground on the other end of the tree next to her.
Jeez.
You see another one with a sword and board nearby, just in case.
Okay, I was gonna say something might have. Yeah. Anyway.
Yes, they're all standing there.
Hera. Clarimond. Hex. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I wasn't able to stop it. No matter what, I tried to control fate. But I couldn't do it. He starts crying. I'm so sorry.
the the kind of short woman with a maul kind of walks up to you, kind of lightly punches you in the shoulder. And then just pats you hard on the back.
What's that for?
They go to speak, but no sound comes out. And the really short one, with a maul, looks really butthurt. But then kind of points off to the left.
Thinking I'm supposed to head that way.
Nods.
He's still crying. Even though I failed. My failure can never be forgiven because it cost me everything, but most importantly, it cost y'all everything. I will honor your memories in this second chance, but I don't know if I can. I'm so sorry.
The one with the great sword, you believe it's Teretska, walks over to you and is going to put both of her hands on the side.
You said Tereska. He's gonna start freaking the fuck out. Especially.
Yeah. There's several people there. Just the more distinct ones that you're familiar with are more visible.
Right.
Whichever one you recognize more walks up and will put her hands on the side of your head.
Please, God, no.
And it is just going to put their forehead to yours, and you get a vision. And you see a couple things. Let's see if I can remember this correctly. If I got it wrong, yeah, I got it wrong. Fuck it. You see. Who do I start with? Right. You see standing atop a massive, bulbous, white creature with several heads chopped off that you kind of recognize. You're not sure. Is who is it? They got fucking ganked by the Hydra. It was Teretska, right? Right. You see Teretska zapped to shit. Almost if she's got shunted halfway between a reality and another reality. Decanifying the bones, yes. Standing atop this creature. She is missing an arm, but that makes it more badass. Because I always take arms. Yeah, well, Pyro decides the banishment did something different. And what appeared to rest the party was your arm. No flesh, but arm. You see her no arm, pretty much standing above this beheaded Hydra thing, and then collapsing, and then the subsequent soul heading to their afterlife, which you're not sure what happened to New World's Cataclysm. It looked like it could have been just, but you're not sure. You see
Huh.
that small woman. Norman, please help me. I forgot her name.
Terra Farmer.
Thank you, fucker. I really needed to remember Terra. Like, thank you. All right. You see Terra. Leading a band of mercenaries. It seems they seem really rough and tumble. Somewhere else, they seem to be on some sort of metal craft, flying in the middle of a blackness, and then you see them fly towards what appears to be a massive ball of dirt. She nods. Yes, this is the life. There you go, Connor. You can have that if you want. Behold the cinematic universe. I am Doctor Strange.
Oh my god. I never got to tell her how I felt about her.
Yo. Hey, yo. All right.
Hey, Canners didn't know that.
Well, and then you see her subsequent settling on a strange planet. Very icy. In fact, it's a very cruel joke. The dirt was too hard to farm except for on the equator where they did eventually settle, but they did go there every once in a while. And you see her subsequently become old, and then inevitably perish peacefully in her sleep. And you see
these things, his smile just gets bigger and bigger. He's just like, oh, still crying, but yeah, continue. Sorry.
no, man. This is your moment. You see similar moments for Clarimond, and you see Hex's Longhorn. Little bit crispy. Burnt. There seems to be what appears to be a shingle sticking out of his shoulder. He kind of turns towards you. Half of his hat is a little singed to the bone.
Fuck, did he survive?
And then it almost like ghostly flesh kind of goes back over it as you almost peer in the distance behind him. Two other very indistinct figures kind of waiting for him. And he'll tip his hat to you, walk up to you, give you a good old cowboy hug, and then with his spurs intact is going to walk back. As you see, for a moment of clarity, you see him walk back towards a child, a female child, and a woman, and soon they are off back in the murk. That until all that's left is standing is you and Hrothgar.
My god.
It cycles through everyone having usually pretty okay ends or what have you.
God. It's like, I thought once the prophet opened this whole time, once the book was open and the fire came through, I was brought here and I assumed everything was destroyed.
Most everything was. As he opens his mouth and actually speaks. Yes. It is good to see you, Candace.
Is Rothgar?
Yes. I did grow out my birth world's accent. I hope you can understand that.
I noticed. It's nothing against your old accent, but this is an improvement.
I don't know what you mean. I am glad you are getting a second chance as well.
Holding his hands up to his face. Oh my god.
And he'll walk forward and kind of hug you. And then he's going to look up around around us and kind of go. So where are we?
He'll explain, like, yeah, after getting Ugnan and.
Huh. So that's what this world's failure is. Huh. He does that face. It's not a bad place here. I like it here.
You do?
Yeah.
He just hugs him again. He's so good. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead.
You sure you want to stay here, not go somewhere else? You want to come with me?
Well, I've kind of been here for a bit.
He cries into his chest because he's definitely shorter than him. He's fucking Goliath.
Can you make me a wisdom check real quick? That's about right. Hrothgar's speaking. None of the others did. He looks more distinct than the others. He just looks at you.
That makes a lot of sense.
Oh.
I guess I knew. I just didn't want to. Fuck.
Oh, do tell. Maybe you've understood something.
Never mind. He just holds out his hand for Rothgar to shake it.
He'll shake your hand.
Rothgar, you're one of the best fighters I ever knew, along with the rest of them.
No, that's just hurtful.
Okay, you were the best fighter I knew.
Why say no? Say no. You know me. You still know me. And if you're not going to get it, maybe I have to tell you, Mr. Smart Man. Come on, think with your brain.
Don't you enlighten me, big man.
Well, there's a saying I heard when I crash landed. After a while, dead men tell no tales. Now, why am I speaking? I've heard a bit about this tree since I'm here, and I hear that the realm of the dead sometimes overlaps with the realm of dreams. Isn't that freaky?
Really is.
Maybe. I don't know your geography very well. Hmm. I'm somewhere called Jotunheim, I think. Lots of big guys. Really big guys. You should come visit.
Right. Thank you for the invitation. I'll make sure to get. If I ever do make it there, I'll make sure to ask for your name and where you're at. And we can get together.
Look for the biggest, strongest guy. We'll get something.
Will do.
We'll get something to drink now that I think your constitution's getting better. And you look down, and your intricate thoughts are only slightly slowing down while your frame is getting more dense.
What about as far as awareness and common sense?
They've always been gone. You just didn't realize it yet.
Shit's been long gone. All right, Rothgar. I'll see you again. Hugs him.
He's gonna give you a fist bump.
Fist bump.
Oh, and the big freaky tree thing told me to give you this.
Oh.
Do you use a great sword or a maul?
Both.
Both. Well, he's gonna give you a maul because Hrothgar only respects blunt weapons. And he's going to give you a bone white maul. And it doesn't appear to be made out of metal, but treat it as if it is made out of metal.
The ivory hammer. Even though it's not ivory, but still.
Yeah. Have it sit down as ivory maul. Yes.
Yeah, but I'll take it.
Yes.
Thank him.
Yes.
I'll treat this with great respect. Thank you, Rothgar.
You better.
Bye. I'll see you again. And he'll start making his way.
Alright. And you walk towards a blood red tree, and the eye blinks, and you blink, and a white light envelops you.
What color was that eye? Just curious.
Orange.
Okay. Not yet. I'm gonna be curious, just in case.
Yep. And let's see if I can get this thing to post. Key up, and nope. That's a beautiful Ronnie picture. I approve. Wonder Woman. You see this symbol emblazoned on. Actually, no, not yet. Martyr.
Yeah.
The body moves.
Well, I mean, I didn't say it before.
Yeah.
Though I would have done it because it's preparation for it. He would have had one of his magic smites prepared.
This is happening at the exact same time. So.
Yeah, when he was putting his weapon up, he would have like bonus action put on a smite and held it for whenever this.
Sippy is gonna hold his shield over Candace.
Describe how he twitches first, Dan.
The skin hardens like alabaster rock, and a faint shell envelops him.
I mean,
he twitched. Kill him. You have approval from the man himself.
That lasts for a minute, but yeah.
Sippy is gonna place his his shield or even his whole self in front of Canderous for a second.
I mean, Martyr would strike down, so it's good somebody stepped in.
Before anyone gets over there, you smash into the alabaster material, and you ping off. As what appears to be a massive knot in the ground where Canderous used to be.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a chunk of material there. Yeah, before you can all do that, he hits Canderous. It just pings off him.
Was not meta. Sippy was doing that before all that happened.
Oh, not you. I mean specifically the gonna tackle him again. There's the situation here
Zrek didn't want
absolutely
you
seems like an issue.
to desecrate the body.
This is absolutely a red flag. This is a reanimating zombie, the best we understand.
No, it's not.
Sure.
Sippy doesn't understand it. Doesn't understand what's going on pretty much at all.
Neither
so-
does Zrek. All Zrek sees is you standing over a body, ready to behead it for
And
no apparent reason.
And saying
More
that
been
new
preached to never see a necromancer, I guess.
Yeah, and I also said that this was being affected by the new Nurgle. So unless you don't know who Nurgle is, you would understand it's probably
Nope.
not a good thing. Then yeah,
You only know the Great Horn Rat.
you'd be like, okay, what's a Nurgle?
Pretty much. What's Nurgle?
Bad.
And as you're explaining it, the pile of material at your feet begins to glow. A vibrant orange light. Where you can almost see the exoskeleton or the skeleton form within. And then the light recedes, and there's a what appears to be an egg in front of you.
Like he's been in covered and is now. Like,
he was already covered. It just, I mean, it is some sort of shell. You hear small. You hear a small tunk inside it. Canderous, you are awake.
Yeah, I need to make this. All right.
You are also naked. You don't know why.
Seriously?
You don't know why.
Oh, this is great.
You're oddly comfortable.
At least I'm comfortable. Oh man.
A whack on the egg.
You hear a ting. You want to roll an attack for me?
Sure. I don't know if the searing smite would have gone off, but there's like it's on fire too.
Let's not boil the egg. 16 does not hit it. It's a very hard shell.
Martyr,
Okay.
stop hitting
Ting!
the egg.
It's not. It can't be anything good.
Could you make me a strength? How about you know what? Let's make your first athletics check, Canderous.
Yeah, let's see how bad this goes. Oh dear God.
Remember your cards.
Big man.
Oh. You all see as a fist punches out of there, covered in goo. Translucent goo, but all the same. It is
After martyrs, nothing good comes of this. Just.
Oh God. Sorry guys. He's also a grudge mark chaos spawn. It's the illusionist teleporter.
No. No.
Lifesteal. Here.
No, please.
Martyr begins to practice his friendly fire.
Yep. Well, you already did that earlier.
Yeah.
Now that you've already poked a hole through there, you You're hearing muffled noises come out of there that immediately become unmuffled as soon as you poke a hole. When's Orania shrieking?
Hell, he's gonna try to reach through, see, look out the hole, or try to punch again.
You guys
Look
see,
out the hole.
you guys see a very slimy looking face of Canderous in the hole.
Mario will try and just punch it.
Yeah, Sippy's literally interposing himself in between there.
Zarek is gonna tackle the fucking idiot martyr.
Clearly they're wrestling. So, Canderous, you wanna make me another check to just pop out of this hole now that you've made an opening? Just chip away at it.
Sure. 11.
Is he rolling the GM? Or am I just...
Oh yeah, I am.
Okay, I was wondering why I wasn't seeing him. I was wondering my internet went out.
Yeah, my bad.
No problem. Just curious.
You've already made a decent enough hole. Yeah, it takes you a second and it doesn't look graceful, but you manage to claw yourself out of the egg. You're buck ass naked.
Oh God. Stand up.
You all see a very differently shaped Canderous come out of there. He seems more robust.
He just went on a lean bulk for about a year in one night, so he gained about 40 pounds.
Also, not for nothing, you do see two massive ass ears poke out of his head.
Yes, very, very pointy. Still got the red hair though.
Yeah, Ginger Eternal.
Seeing Zrek come over to try and interpose with Mario, goes, "See, he's still transformed into something."
We don't know what it is yet.
Can't be
Your
anything good.
stupidity knows no bounds.
This is my area of expertise.
Guys.
Weapon still pointed.
Get in between him.
I'll stab
Between
through
them.
you.
Yes,
I'll kill you.
You wish
It's
you
me.
could.
It's me. It's Canderous.
That's what an
Yes, I
imposter
can
would
tell
say.
that, but this moron can't.
You've never dealt with the spawn of these elder gods, then.
Sippy keeping his body his facing.
Oh God.
Martyr.
Okay. The Arania hugging him. Okay, that. Oh God.
He's
Sippy
very
keeping
slippery.
his body's facing Martyr, but his head's turned around. Canderous.
That's almost as horrifying as the Lovecraft shit.
As he's being hugged. Yeah.
Okay. Martyr. It is obviously Canderous.
No, it's not obvious. It could be any number of imposters.
Oh, if you
He's
got
not lunging, but he's not putting his weapon down.
if you got to kick out of that, wait till this happens.
Zarek will... Sippy, take care of Canderous. I will deal with the moron.
Yeah, Sippy will turn his body and then squat down to check on Canderous' body and see if he's okay.
Make me mess check.
Card will fly up out of melee range. Not doing anything other than that.
Yeah.
Zarek takes his attack of opportunity.
You shitter.
Oh.
Yeah, Sippy take
Oh God.
take Canderous from Arana is just like and
He-
slowly like raise his head on.
He has really smooth skin, like newborn baby skin, essentially. Very almost raw. Though his muscles are very toned, more toned than when he died this morning.
He just went through the Captain America transformation, but anyway.
Yeah.
Pretty much, as you're all more or less in a clearing. You're either staring at Martyr, who's having a mental freakdown from seeing what is essentially Satan adjacent, who's on the same standing as his god, has apparently fucked with y'all, and according to his upbringing, this is really bad, like arch necromancer bad.
Mm-hmm.
And you see him pontificating, like, this is bad. This is the most corrupt thing out of the four. And then rising out of the ground behind you. Doesn't matter if you're in the air. This thing's 30 feet tall.
Okay.
Where's War Room? Here's War Room. You see this thing pop out, just growing out of the ground to almost Dark Souls boss theme music.
Oh. See? Invasion!
Oh, fuck.
You.
Is it plunged to attack us?
Nope. And it appears to be holding a backpack. And a lunchbox.
Margaret's going to use Divine Sense. Yeah. He's gonna pulse out to just try and identify what the fuck are the creature types around here.
Divine Sense? What does it tell you? What types?
Celestial Fiend Undead.
It's mostly a Celestial.
And Canderous is... Does he register as any of the three?
No.
He's now pointed at Celestial instead of Canderous. As you will see, like, pulse over his eyes. And he looks at you, Canderous, back at it.
This thing's about 30 feet tall. It's about as wide as an elephant. It's got four trunk-like legs. And it has that many tentacles. Out of two of the tentacles, it is holding a fully filled backpack, a lunchbox.
Zarek will move forward to see if he can take the backpack and lunchbox from the thing.
It does not let you take the lunchbox. It begins trotting forward.
Oh, that gets out of the way. Okay. Well,
Yep.
Don't step on me.
Yep. It pays you no mind. It trots over to. It does make sure not to just immediately step on you. It's not that focused, but it does just. If it wasn't so horrifying, it would be comically waddling. Kinda
doing comical waddle.
Over to Canderous.
Oh, hey.
And the Ooligan Sprout is going to hand you a backpack filled with all of your stuff. A lunchbox with let's call it a week's rations of very carefully made sandwiches, so a thermos filled with nice cool Gatorade, and one of those one of those parent notes in your lunchbox saying, "Good day and good day the first day of the job, son." It's just like a little chibi tree man. The lunchbox is literally a briefcase too.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, and it also reaches into a trick and pulls out a maul, and you kind of realize for a second you recognize most of the maul, like most of the handle is a regular maul leading up to, and you see similar carvings. You're not sure, but you're like 80% sure that is somehow Terra's maul, like at least the handle. And leading up to the bone white end of the maul, and it is emblazoned with let's see here, where did I put that symbol? The symbol of Ulican. Here it is. Lovely symbol of Ulican.
Zippy has put a blanket over Canderous. Zippy's already put a blanket over Canderous, you absolute monsters.
Yes,
that wouldn't matter if he was breaked up, dog. That wouldn't matter.
In this discussion, he is covered.
I was waiting to say nice talk.
Well, there's also from God or somewhere a ray of light is censoring your program.
We hear what
Not a
Dice-aster
little
does.
wisp of cloud?
No, it's worse. It's just raw sunlight.
God ray. Okay.
God
A
ray.
tentacle from the elephant thing. Just every angle.
Also, Candrace, the wow, imaginable horror is like it's fixing your hair, just like getting rid of your cowlicks, pats you on the head, waddles back to its hole, jumps down, hole refills.
I think I speak for everyone when I say, what the fuck?
You find that there is the standard equipment you have are already, plus there is also another badge on your chainmail that also contains the symbol of Illusion, and even if you don't use it, there is a shield. Also with the shield.
It's still there.
Yes.
Mario drops down to like real close to him and goes and just staring in his eyes. His weapon's not pointed at him anymore. Just like
Simply
close.
just gonna put his hand on Marty's chest and just kind of like push, so he's not like crowding him.
Resist. He's just glaring. What are you?
Martyr, it's me, Candrace.
How do we know that?
If it wasn't Candrace, would he know things Candrace knew?
Could Candace command elder monstrosities like that one?
It really didn't look like he was commanding it.
I wasn't controlling a damn thing.
That 100% looked like when I forget to bring my lunch, and the Minotaur brings me my lunch.
The Minotaur?
My friend.
We'll unpack that later.
Quick.
He's still just kind of glaring at Candace, trying to like read him.
I have a quick question for the smarter people in the audience. Which which languages for like the outer planes, like the proper like outer level monstrosity or things?
Oh god, what the hell was it?
Are you talking about like from the far realm, like aberrations?
Yes.
Generally,
Deep
they don't speak.
Deep speech. It's
Deep
deep.
speech. Candrace, you now know deep speech.
Hey.
Behold,
Cool.
celestial aberration hybrid. You've cracked the code.
Deep speech.
Okay, Candrace. Tell us something only Candrace.
Kind of scratches his head a little bit. Let's see. Well, he's thinking pretty hard, trying to think. Huh.
What was your owl's name?
Oh, Lyra, that was it.
Easy question. You said that all the time.
His
How many
eyes
frogs
will.
did I eat the first day we were here?
Does anyone know that?
You? Yes. I doubt you even know that.
His eyes will close just a little bit, and he'll relay the information that you were talking about, Martyr, that you relayed to the group a little while ago. He'll relay that information about what happened in your growing up.
Interesting.
Hey, Candrace.
Oh, go ahead, DM.
Now that you think about it, where is Lyra?
Yeah. Look at his shoulder. Yeah, yeah, Lyra, wait.
You
guys seen Lyra?
Can anyone make me a perception check?
I would like to opt out because he's focused on just.
Oh shit. Zrikich, you immediately see this. Back in the pile of goo, that he popped out of, there is a small talisman in the shape of an owl.
Swipe it up.
With
Basically, swing it around a bit to get all the goo off.
with 2 topaz yellow was it topazes? Yeah, topaz yellow in the eye sockets of this little owl talisman.
Anybody seen Lyra?
I think this might have something to do with it.
He'll hold it up.
No, I don't see it anywhere.
Hold it.
It feels warm.
Would he know like a command word or anything he have to say? Or would he have to go to somebody to figure that out?
You would have to attune to it and create that command word.
Fair enough.
DM, can I try something?
Have my permission.
Yeah, I want to get back to the.
Yeah.
He'll look at that and be like, Get back to the conversation with them.
Martyr's aware of Soul Course. He knows his divine whatever has had some influence on them because he's affected martyrs. Can I try and essentially do like a divine sense to see if it's the same soul core inside of Candace as the one that left? Or if it's an entirely new being?
I'm going to allow this in terms of it lets you make the check. You're going to make me a force of your will and perception. I would say wisdom. Make me a perception check and you'll expend this to peer and kind of see the contours of his soul. It's not so you'd have to know the person pretty well to understand it at all. So this is like just this kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. So just a perception check?
I could just say baseline wisdom.
That's what I was asking. Is that it's perception?
Yes.
Okay. 16. I think I spent my wisdom card earlier. Oh wait, no, I have a wisdom card, but I don't think it's worth it for 1 point.
Well,
16.
I mean,
spend my wisdom card and I'll get a 17. Gaslight me how you want.
Don't spend your card.
I need a reason.
I'm not that big of a dick. Okay. I thought about it. No. I'm not that big of an asshole. Yeah. Yeah, it's him. It's him. Keep your card.
Okay. How does it look to Marta when he tries this?
Get the vague. The azure blue is gone. It is replaced by a radioactive orange, and the usual contours. It's spinning, but it's spinning slowly. In terms of instead of running water, it's more like running oil.
But he sees features of it that he can recognize.
Yes, definitely the stringent yellow lines along the outer edges.
So what you will see is, as you are talking to this, and everybody's kind of keeping an eye on Martyr because he looks on edge. He places his hand just abruptly, his palm on the back of Candace, and there's a flash of. I'm assuming this is God energy, not other energy.
The orange.
What I'm expending.
Yeah. It is of a divine sense.
And what that color was yellow?
The one that you're looking at?
Not God color. Or was it purple?
Oh, the God color for him? Orange.
For me.
Oh, for you?
Yes. Hollis color.
Oh, Hollis color. Shit, what was it? I believe it was purple.
We'll go with purple. If it's not, it's whatever the color actually is.
Yeah.
You'll see a faint flash of purple on his palm. Almost looks like he does like a shocking grasp on Candace. It just washes over him for a second, and then it like feeds back up his arm to his eyes. He pulls back his hand. and suddenly all the like defensive body language just drops.
Marner, is this absolutely necessary?
It was now. It's soul looks good. Gives a thumbs up. I had to be
Gosh.
sure. It was really. I'm sure you can appreciate the suspicion of Orlagnum resurrecting you. Whatever he did.
Good, good dice rolls. Yes.
I'm not sure what all happened, but you can understand my hesitancy. I'm sure.
One second, I gotta make a check real quick.
Good.
Roll for poker face.
Roll for wisdom.
You're an intelligent person. I'm sure you know about the gods.
Oof, -1.
Oof.
Oh, yeah. See, what happened was when I passed through to the other side, deal was made, and I devoted myself to Olignon.
Eyebrow raise again. Oh.
Spear of War. Spear raise again.
He's not hostile, but he just kind of like was looking over you for a brand. Basically.
You see the symbol emblazoned on like 3 places on his body. Yeah, on the maul, on his chest. It's like he's an Ulagan Boy Scout right now.
And when I got a little a feeling of his soul core, was there like a brand on that too?
That you would assume would be the radioactive orange.
Ah.
It's almost like the orange is almost curled inside the core.
Basically, all he told me to do was I just needed to spread his name, and he said I was worthy of being given a second chance, and given how things have been, and finding out some other things.
Other things?
You see a thumbs up of a gray figure in the distance.
Swedish chef.
Hurdy.
We talk about this a little bit later. I mean, yeah, I'm just supposed to spread his name and stuff, but I need to put some clothes on.
Yeah.
I don't like my giblies out in the open. Please, I'll be right back.
Yes, we can talk after you get dressed. I would like to discuss more about this pact, though.
And that, as Candaris runs behind a bush to change into his new Boy Scout uniform, and the party having borne witness to the power of a newly arisen god.
Totally trust it too. No alternative agenda.
Yeah.
Those gods are notoriously for being straightforward in everything they want.
Always.
Both you and Candaris got some questions.
Says the one that says he's in the upper hand of making his agreement.
Oh, I'm aware. I'm fully aware.
Yeah. Quick question to you ask, but before I end the recording, just before any and all talks about that, figurines of wondrous power. You don't have to attune to those, do you?
Yeah. It depends on which one.
Largely
not. If you're looking for the Serpentine Owl, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Serpentine Owl.
That's the Serpentine Owl. I've got it pulled up. The Serpentine Owl does not require attunement.
Okay. So
it just becomes you can make it become a giant owl for up to 8 hours. Once it's been used, can't be done again for 2 days. And you can telepathically communicate with it as long as you're on the same plane.
I'm going to give you the option. Candaris, let me just stop the recording.